Move the needle. It means to make a noticeable, meaningful difference or measurable progress toward a goal. Example, this small update won't move the needle much.
Touch base. Let's touch base means to make brief contact with someone, usually to give or receive a quick update. Example, can we touch base tomorrow morning before the call? Ballpark figure. A rough, approximate estimate used when exact number is unknown. Example, I don't need exact numbers yet. Just give me a ballpark figure. Close the loop. It means finishing a task or conversation completely, usually by confirming the outcome with everyone involved. Example, once the client signs off, let's close the loop with the whole team. Piggyback on that. This means building on someone else's idea or point right after they've made it. Example, I'll piggyback on what Sarah just said. I think that's the right direction. Drill down. It means examining a topic more closely, moving from a general overview into specific details. Example, let's drill down into my revenue dropped in March specifically. Sync up. 2 or more people briefly meeting to make sure they're on the same page about a topic. Example, can we sync up before the client call to align on talking points? Pain point. A specific recurring problem or frustration that a customer or employee experiences. Example, slow checkout is the biggest pain point our customers mention. Let's not reinvent the wheel. A suggestion to an existing solution instead of creating something new from scratch, especially when something similar already works. Example, another team already built a system like this. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Bake it in. When something is baked in, it's been built into a plan or product from the start. Example, the extra costs are already baked into the budget. Quick win. A small, easy accomplishment that delivers value fast, usually to build momentum before tackling something bigger. Example, let's start with a quick win to show the client progress right away. Boil the ocean. This describes attempting something so large and unfocused that it becomes impossible to finish. Example, we don't need to boil the ocean here. Let's just fix the one issue that's causing complaints. Run it up the flagpole. This means proposing an idea to others to see how they react before committing to it fully. Example, I like this concept. Let's run it up the flagpole in tomorrow's meeting and see what people think. Table this. This one's a trap. In American English, let's table this means to postpone or set aside a topic for later discussion. In British English, it can mean the opposite, to bring a topic up for discussion right now. Same phrase, opposite meanings depending on which side of the world you're on. On my radar. If your manager says something is on their radar, it means they're aware of an issue or topic and are actively keeping track of it, even if they haven't acted on it yet. Example, that issue is on my radar. I'll look into it this week. Get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling means to start a process or project that's been planned but hasn't begun yet. Example, once you sign the contract, we can get the ball rolling. Bandwidth. In an office, I don't have the bandwidth for this means someone doesn't have enough time, energy, or mental capacity to take on an additional task right now. Example, I'd love to help, but I don't have the bandwidth this week. Take this offline. If someone says, let's take this offline in a meeting, it means to discuss something privately, one-on-one or in a smaller group, after the current meeting ends, usually because the topic is too detailed or not relevant to everyone in the room. Example, that's a bigger conversation. Let's take it offline. Low-hanging fruit. In a business meeting, low-hanging fruit means the easiest tasks or wins that take the least effort. Example, before we tackle the big project, let's grab the low-hanging fruit. Deep dive in a business meeting means a detailed, thorough examination of a specific topic, going beyond a quick overview into the actual details and data. Example, let's do a deep dive into last quarter's numbers. Low-hanging fruit. In a business meeting, Low-hanging fruit means the easiest tasks or wins that take the least effort. Example, before we tackle the big project, let's grab the low-hanging fruit.
If your boss says, let's circle back on this, they mean revisit this topic later, usually after a meeting. Example, I don't have the numbers yet. Can we circle back next week? It's often used to politely delay a decision.
At the end of the day, it signals the most important point after everything else has been considered. Example, at the end of the day, the client just wants the project delivered on time.
Put a pin in it. A polite way of saying a topic should be paused for now and revisited later. Example, good point. Let's put a pin in it and come back after the break. Elephant in the room. This refers to an obvious problem everyone notices but avoids bringing up directly. Example, nobody wants to say it, but the budget cuts are the elephant in the room.
Think outside the box. This means approaching a problem in a creative or unconventional way, instead of relying on the usual method. Example, sales are flat. We need to think outside the box for this campaign. Value add. Something extra a product, service, or person brings that goes beyond the basic expectation, making the overall offer more worthwhile. Example, free onboarding support is a real value add for new customers. Win-win. A situation or agreement that benefits everyone involved, not just one side. Example, if we extend the deadline, it's a win-win. The client gets better work, and we avoid burnout. No-brainer. A decision so obviously correct or easy that it barely requires any thought. Example, given the discount they're offering, signing the contract is a total no-brainer. So here's the thing about all 25 of these. I don't think anyone sits down and studies them from a textbook. People pick them up by being in meetings, hearing them over and over, and eventually just absorbing them, which is exactly why they trip up learners so much. You can have great grammar and a huge vocabulary and still freeze for a second when your manager casually says, "That's not really moving the needle." A quick word of caution. Knowing these phrases doesn't mean you need to use all of them constantly. Sometimes people actually get annoyed by coworkers who overload every sentence with buzzwords. The goal is to understand what's being said to you and to use 2 or 3 of these naturally when it actually fits. One more thing worth knowing. This kind of language keeps evolving. New phrases show up every few years, while older ones slowly fall out of fashion. If you work in an English-speaking office or on a team with English speakers, this vocabulary is genuinely going to keep shifting, which is exactly why we'll keep covering new ones as they come up. For now, these 25 phrases are in your back pocket. Next time someone says they want to put a pin in it, you'll already know exactly what's coming. Thanks for watching. See you soon.